guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. If this is your first time, then welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and for those fellow subscribers, those faithful ones who've been watching my videos recently, thank you so much for coming back. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and join our little family, our little community here on YouTube. As you guys can see by the video, yes, I am 41 weeks. I'm 41 plus 4 days. I'm almost 42 weeks, but this is going to be a 41 week update. So I am 12 days past my due date, which was given obviously on the 39th week. Now I'm 41 weeks and 4 days. I can't believe it, because for some reason I thought to myself, I just felt that baby would come on time, because he was just growing so fast. He was so active. I've been so active, and I just thought, you know, he's going to come on time, or he's going to come around the due date. But ladies, it is now 12 days after due date and baby is still here. I'm feeling fine. I'm feeling well in myself, thank God. And he's doing well. I've been having checkups, weekly checkups, and I thought I would just share a quick update with how I'm feeling at 41 weeks, what's happening, and just a little bit of advice as well I thought would be quite helpful. So stay tuned if you would like to hear more about how I'm doing. So first I'm just going to talk about myself and how I'm doing and how I'm feeling. So as I said, I didn't think I was going to be pregnant until now. Like in 3 days I will be 42 weeks. So I'm feeling good in myself. I still feel like I have strength in me to still stay quite active, to go on my walks, to be on my ball, to exercise here and there on the days I feel a little bit better. But also I am definitely getting in a lot more naps. So one of the things that I've struggled with, I would say the last few days, is sleeping at night. So in the day I make sure I have about 2 naps, and I can only nap sitting up. So I would have to sit up on my bed, and even now I can't sit all the way back because this is quite not a low, but it'll be uncomfortable. So I'm literally sitting at the edge of this chair. I have to sit up with my pillow around my neck to make sure my neck's supported, and sit up and sleep. That's how I sleep. So during the day I find it more comfortable to sleep like that, but during the night, yeah, it's not comfortable. So I'm not able to sleep because I'm feeling so uncomfortable, because he is just moving a lot. If I lie on one side, I feel like my belly's too heavy. Even when I use a pillow, I just feel like it's not doing anything. And then I'm still going to the toilet so many times. So because he is so low, honestly, I go to the toilet so many times, and sometimes when I go to the toilet, there's literally nothing that even comes out, which is so frustrating. Like, there's a little bit of wee that comes out, and I have to literally go out of my bed to go to the toilet. So far my sleeps in the night is not great, but my naps during the day is great. And because of that, I would say yesterday was like the first night that I was kind of like, do you know what? I'm a little bit fed up. I'm a little bit fed up. I'm ready for the baby to come. Like during this whole time, I've been in positive thoughts, positive thinking, you know, already saying positive affirmations for this journey, for as the end approaches, as he you know, slowly approaching, just being really positive. And that's what's really helped me, I think, through this pregnancy and being overdue, which I'll talk about later. But yeah, one thing is definitely the sleep. It's not been so great. Baths have been helping a lot. So I've been trying to have baths more than showers, because I just find that my muscles feel a lot more relaxed. And of course, you know, they say you shouldn't lie on your back for too long. So sometimes I lie on my back so that the water is literally up my neck. Then sometimes I lie on my sides just to make sure I'm not on my back for too long. And those baths have just been amazing. It just makes your body feel so good, and it just kind of feels like it's loosening my muscles and like tight muscles. And James also wanted to book me a masseuse to do a pregnancy massage, but I wasn't really sure, you know, because of everything that's happening. I wasn't really sure how I felt about that, so I kind of just declined it for now. But he's been great, so he's been giving me massages. So massages is really helpful as baby's growing, as your body's getting more tired and you're feeling more aches and pains. Massages is definitely a must. Sorry if this video is all over the place. I'll try and give it some structure. So as I mentioned in the 40-week scan, I was scheduled to have a sweep. So I went in to have the sweep, and the midwife said, oh, unfortunately Desreen, you haven't dilated. So I wasn't dilated at all. So she went in for a sweep, but she couldn't do the actual proper sweep, obviously, because my cervix was closed. So she kind of moved her finger around and did what she could do to kind of see, you know, what was going to happen. And then nothing happened, basically. Nothing happened after the sweep. And then at that point I was like, I need to do something now. At 41 weeks I need to do something. And that is when I tried the castor oil theory myth, which tends to bring on labor. But that's going to be another video. As you can see, the results are here. Didn't work for me, but I'll talk about it more in that video. So today I actually had my next appointment from last week. So today, obviously, I'm 41 weeks and 4 days, and I went in for another checkup. So today they basically had to check if I'm dilated or not, and guess what? I am 1 centimeter dilated. 1 centimeter dilated. First of all, my thoughts were, do you know what? I'm dilating. I'm dilating, even though it's very slow. And I thought, you know, maybe I might have, you know, be a little bit further on, because on the weekend I was having some pain, some cramps, and, you know, so I thought to myself, maybe I would be further on by now, but no, 1 centimeter. So she did the sweep. She was able to do a sweep, and it's been a few hours since then. And like I say, in the last hour, I'm starting to feel some cramps. Bearable still, not painful, but I am starting to feel some cramps. So after this, I'm going to go for a long walk. So tomorrow morning, I am scheduled in to get induced, because tomorrow I would be 2 days before being 42 weeks. And they kind of said we need to get baby out because we don't want to leave it too long. And for me as well, I don't want to leave it too long because I don't want him to be too big for me to push him out as well. And I just want to make sure I give birth to him at a good time. You know, there was a lot I had to think about with getting induced, because in my head, I think I mentioned in last video, I didn't want to get induced because I didn't want the pain, because those who are induced tend to feel more pain, tend to get more painful contractions, because it kind of comes on all of a sudden. But if it has to happen, of course it has to happen. I've been praying, asking for God's will to be done. If it has to happen, then it has to happen. But if I go in tomorrow morning and they check me and I am further, I'm dilating and I'm more than 1 centimeter, then I won't have to get induced. So I am praying that tomorrow there's some good news. If not, then I'm scheduled to get an induction. So here are some tips, because I get a lot of messages from people asking, Desreen, how are you basically at the end and you are still so positive, you are still so active, you are still so this, still so that. First things first, vitamins. Guys, make sure you are taking your vitamins. I've been taking Active Iron Pregnancy Plus. I recently did an ad for them. I'm going to leave the link below. Vitamins has helped me. I feel alive, I feel awake, I feel like I've got a lot of energy. Of course, it's not just the vitamins, it's also my diet. So of course, I'm pregnant, guys. I have my cravings. There are some days, ask my husband, there's some days I just feel like chips, I just feel like potato. There's days I haven't really had fizzy drink, I haven't been craving fizzy drink, I haven't been craving sweets, but there's sometimes I just feel like fatty foods. So of course those days I treat myself, but other than that, I make sure that I have a good diet. I have my smoothies, I have my fruits, I have my veg, I have my fish, I have my meat, I have my, you know, all the good things that you need, because if you are not feeding yourself with good things, you're not going to feel good. So your diet makes you taking vitamins. And also make sure you're having some time to yourself. So during this lockdown, of course, we're at home. I like to have my bath. So I would say for myself, bath times is literally like spa times. That's how I see every single bath time now. I literally turn on, we've got a small light on the mirror, turn that on, I light some candles, I either have my Kindle or I either have my Kindle or my book, or I have my phone, whichever one I feel like, and I have spa music, spa relaxing music in the background. Literally, and I just stay there for as long as I want. Sometimes I'm in there for so long that I have to add some more hot water, because it really is just a time to relax. It gives me time to just clear my thoughts, to think positively, and because I'm reading stuff on my on my books and that hypnobirthing and, you know, pregnancy. I get to just zone out from everything around and just have some me time. And also literally I sometimes just take my laptop in the room whilst James is in here, or he's working or he's watching TV, and I just watch YouTube videos, I just watch vlogs, I just watch things I'm interested in, I scroll online shopping. I just find time to do things that I like, because it's so important during pregnancy and during this lockdown to do things that, you know, make you feel good and just have that time for yourself. And for me personally as well, content creating is just something I really enjoy. So I know I've said it so many times, I need to stop working, but because I have the strength to, I am still, you know, creating content here and there, because it is kind of like, I just enjoy it. So it is kind of like a me time as well. It doesn't take much. I'm just sitting in front of the camera, I get to create some, you know, some fun stuff, and I just find it that doing what you like during this time is so important, because if not, you could be so consumed with the fact that baby's not here yet, baby's not here yet, he's supposed to be here, I'm feeling this, am I supposed to be feeling this, why is he not here? And then your mind just starts kind of going all over the place. But if you keep your mind occupied, then that's likely not to happen. And as I mentioned, I touched on earlier, positive affirmations and having faith. If you don't have faith, just confess positivity. Honestly, your body reacts to what you think. Your body and your mind reacts to what you think. So I tell myself all the time, everything is well. Baby is fine. I am fine. My pregnancy is going to be the best pregnancy. My labour is going to be the best labour, sorry. My contractions, I'm going to get through my contractions. I've been watching videos on breathing. I've been educating myself on breathing techniques, on my hypnobirthing course. You know, trying to find ways to allow my labour journey to be smooth, to feel calm. And I noticed that, and I've also watched some videos as well, when you have a negative outlook on labour or you're fearful, that will naturally cause your body to be tense. And I do not want my body to be tense when it's that time. I want my body to be relaxed. I want the days, you know, coming to that to be relaxed. I want my body to feel relaxed and my body feels, you know, open, and, you know, do you know what I mean? I hope you guys get what I'm saying. But just being positive, even if you're not feeling great. Tell yourself that everything is going to be fine. I'm feeling good. You know, my baby's going to be healthy. I'm going to be healthy. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to do this. Like literally confessing positive words to yourself and to your baby, and talking to your baby as well. That's what I've been doing recently too. That has really helped. So honestly, remaining positive. So another update, actually, my eating habit hasn't increased. I eat the kind of same amount that I used to, but it's just my breakfast. I think I don't know if I mentioned it before, I have to have breakfast every morning, and I have to have it early. The latest I can probably have it is about 9 o'clock, and that's, if I have it later, it's just because I couldn't bother to get out of bed to have it. But I have to have an early breakfast, about before 9, sometimes even 7 something, sometimes after 8. And then I would have to have something at like 11 as well, and then the rest of my day is normal. So those can usually, now recently it's been bread. I've been craving bread, so I would either have a bagel or I'd either have a toast with some chicken slices, just my favourite, or I would just have it with egg or anything. I've been craving bread. And my other meals are just my normal meals, you know, as it is. And also, some days I have the strength to clean the whole place. Some days I have the strength to clean the whole place. Some days I don't have the strength to do anything. Some days I have the strength to cook. Some days I have the strength to do it. So the days that I feel like I have the strength to do things, I get everything done, and I would do my chores. I would get on with it, because it also makes me feel good when you know when you're doing something and you're not sitting down. It just makes you feel better. And I'm the kind of person, maybe it's just me, I'm not really a lazy person. I can't just sit down. I have to be doing things. But if there are days that I do feel, actually no, Desreen, you need to sit down, you need to slow down, then I will slow down. Sorry guys, I'm feeling a little bit of cramps as we speak. I've been spending more time with James. Obviously now I'm 41 weeks, and I'm thinking to myself, our son is almost here, and it's no longer going to be just the two of us anymore. So I've been spending more time with him, spending more quality time with him, and we're starting to have more serious conversations about how we're going to raise our son. You know, what are our parenting skills going to be like? What do we want to do? What do we not want to do? What have we learnt from our own upbringings? What, you know, all of those conversations. We haven't even been able to finish that conversation because we've just been so busy. But that's definitely something I would suggest discussing with your partner. How do you see that you'd like to raise your child? Because you don't want to wait until they're here and then you realize that you're clashing, you know, with things. Some things will have to wait until they're here because you will only know once they're here, but some things you can discuss from now. And I think it's always better to kind of just prepare. If you are like me and you're 41 weeks and you've had enough, again, see if there's something you can, in the house. What I've been doing, I've been trying to prepare the place, doing last minute stuff. I said that I wanted to have some frames on the stairs. I wanted to also add a mirror, you know, just doing little things just to keep yourself busy and occupied, and just to have your mind on other things. The last thing is, now that you're at the end, you really need to go through your birth plan. And I would say not your physical, like written down birth plan. I would say how you want your birth plan, how you want to feel during your birth, how you want the mood to be, how you want your partner to be, you know, how you want to prepare for it. For example, of course, like, you know that I want a water birth at the hospital. But it's so much more than that, you know. James is now aware of the breathing, you know, that I will be doing. And I said to him, if I get off track, James, or if you see that I start hyperventilating or I'm getting a bit too, you know, his role is to calm me down and say, Desreen, come on, go back to, you know, just to guide me through. So I've told him the support that I need from him. I don't need him to be making jokes. I don't need him to make me laugh. I need him to support me in that moment. So whatever he sees that I'm feeling, or, you know, he knows me. And I said, whatever you see that I need, James, just help me. So having those conversations, how do you want your birth partner to support you? Because of course, like, they'll know your birth plan and stuff, but how do you want him to actually, him or her, whoever it is, to actually support you during the time? Because you can plan it, but it's actually going to happen. Like in the next few days, it's going to happen. So going through that with your partner is so important, how you want them to support you the most. Because in their minds, their support could be something completely different. Because he said to me, Desreen, do you want me to make a joke? Do you want me to, you know, bring the humour if I see it's a bit tense? That's what he was thinking. So imagine if I didn't have that conversation with him. I would be annoyed. That would annoy me because I'm like, James, I'm in pain. We need to get through this together. We need to be calm. We need to be relaxing. We need to be in the same mind frame. Not you making jokes. Like, this is just not the time. So that's why it's so important to have that conversation. What do you want out of your birth partner? And preparing yourself mentally. It goes back again about the positive affirmations. Already confessing it's going to go well. It's going to go well. The moment you start getting those contractions, start telling yourself, I'm going to get through these contractions. And you deal with those contractions step by step, one by one. Okay, we're going to get through this. How do you want to get through your contractions? What do you want to do? How do you want the mood to be in your room? How do you want, you know, all of those things to start thinking about now, because it is soon approaching. I've also prepared my room. So now my room is ready for baby. I've got his little sleeping bassinet, which I will show you, that I was gifted. That's all set up. His little trolley set up. Our room is set up. And I even said to James, we've got a few things around the place because I was doing a few things over the weekend. I want everywhere else to be spotless. I want to be able to come home and everything is, you just want to set your home and your environment ready for a newborn. And I think the preparation beforehand is so important, because if you are going in, you know, to this process, this beautiful natural process of labor, and everything's all over the place, you're all over the place, things are not in place, have the baby, you come home, nothing's all in place, you're gonna just go crazy. You're gonna go crazy. And I've had a lot of people say to me, Desreen, you seem so organized. Desreen, you seem so, yes, because I'm helping myself. I'm helping myself, because if everything is in order, that's one less thing for me to stress about. That's one less thing for me to feel a little bit anxious about, because I know everything is ready. I've done what I can do. I've prepared what I can do. And now we're just ready to welcome baby, if that makes sense. So hopefully, guys, tomorrow I will either be told that I can just, you know, I could just give it like maybe a day or two just to see if I'm going to dilate naturally, or I'll just get induced and then they'll check me. Then hopefully the induction kicks in and I end up giving birth tomorrow. And hopefully he's here maximum in the next 2 days. who knows, but I'm just staying hopeful, I'm staying positive, just praying for God's will to be done. And I just want you to be positive. If you're at this stage, you know, try and stay positive. And the last thing I do want to say before I finish this video is don't be afraid to kind of say to people, stop, you know, because today I even shared all my stories on Instagram. I just kind of had to say, guys, you know, I love you. I love messaging you guys. I love sharing with you guys. I love, you know, connecting with you guys on here. But I found that people were just asking me all the time, DMing me, how are you? How is the baby? How are you feeling? Have you had any contractions yet? Are you getting induced? All of these questions. And I kind of said, because I don't know if I shared it in my last video, I've already said that I've taken off my Instagram replies, just to avoid these questions coming up all the time. But people were still messaging me, so I had to address it today, because some people were also, you know, Desreen, stay strong, you know, you're gonna do fine, you're gonna do this, you know, I hope you're not feeling down. And you know, sometimes when you kind of get those messages, you don't need to see those messages, because you're in a good place, and you don't need people to be like, oh, I hope you're okay, and I hope you're this. And I know it all comes from a good heart, but sometimes you need to protect your bubble. Like I'm in a good place, me and my husband are in a good place, we're ready to meet our son, we're praying for him. And then you just get people messaging you every day asking. And you know, I like to reply to everyone. I never ever blank anyone on my messages. But I had to kind of just say it today that please, I will update you. I've said once he's here, I will update you. If I haven't said anything else, please don't ask me. Because, and the thing is, you'd think that women would know that, to just know, don't ask, because it is out of my hands. I don't know, I don't have any control. And also what I do know, I don't have to share with you. I don't have to share with you and say, you know, I went for a sweep last week, I wasn't dilated. Today I went for a second sweep, and I'm like, I don't know you on that level, that personal level, to share that with you. Of course, I will probably, and I am doing, sharing it on a video, and at some point you'll find out. But when you're going through the process and you're busy, you're tired, you're having your naps, you've got baby to think about, you're feeling this, you're feeling that, you don't want to be receiving these kind of messages. So don't be afraid to tell these people, guys, please stop, please understand, you know. But also don't be afraid to message your loved ones and just say, you know, talk on the phone if that will make you feel a little bit better. If you are feeling down, if you do feel like you need to speak to someone, call them, call your loved one. Don't think that you're annoying them, don't think that you're bothering them, because they are there for you. If you need to speak to someone, if you need to get out of the house, if you need to go for a walk, if you need to go for fresh air, if you need to see a family member, go and see them. If you need to see a friend, do whatever is going to make you feel better. And I thank God that I'm in a good place. But if you're not, please speak up. Get some help, speak to your midwife. There's people that you can call to get advice. You know, it's a difficult situation, especially that we're in the lockdown, and maybe, you know, you might have had bad experiences before at the hospital, you might have had previous not so great labour experiences. So definitely speaking about it to someone can help lift you up if that's what you need. So please do that if you definitely need that. So that was just a bit of an update. I'm sorry if that was like all over the place, but I kind of just wanted to come here and just kind of give you guys a little bit of an update. So I do plan on sharing my journey of motherhood here on, you know, on YouTube with you guys, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to learning from you guys, and I'm looking forward to sharing my experience with you as well. And as I always say, if there's anything you would like to see, then let me know. But please be patient with me. You know, the next 2 weeks are going to be really busy, and I'm really going to focus on getting comfortable and getting used to our son being here. But I'll still be here. You'll still see a video once a week. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. If you've got any questions, if you want to talk about anything below, leave your comments in the description. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.